بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم اللهم لا اله الا انت على رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل لساني يفقهوا قولي رب الشكر
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفصل الثالث. عن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه ان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: المنتزعات والمبتدعات من المنافقات والنساء. Abu Hurairah رضي الله عنه narrates that those women who would throw themselves in the heavens and those women who would throw themselves in the heavens are the other munafiqs.
Those people who demand khula, right? They demand khula. The woman who asks the husband for no reason at all to divorce them. And then they said that like there was no disobedience or anything, just for no reason. Maybe they had some ulterior motive. They want to divorce their husbands. Chalo.
وعن نافع عن مولاة لصفية بنت أبي عبيد رضي الله عنها أنها تلاعت من زوجها في كل شيء لها فلم ينكر ذلك عبد الله بن عمر وهما ثلاثة narrates from the slave of Sophia binti Abi Ubaidah that she made pula with her husband with everything. So, and Abdullah ibn Umar not decided and not available.
It is not forbid that, although it is makruh to take so much. So he cleaned her out. He took everything. So although it is makruh, but it's still permissible. It doesn't mean that it's haram and it won't happen. The khula will take place, although that you shouldn't take so much that you were more than what you were given. That is being unfair. You gave that amount, now you want to take back 10 times that amount. No, take that amount back which you have given, although it's still permissible. So here what they're saying is that it is permissible, it happened, and the khula took place. Although it was not the best of way, it still did take place.
وعن محمود بن لبيد رضي الله عنه قال: أخبر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن رجل طلق امرأته 3 تطليقات جميعا فقام غضبان ثم قال: أيلعب بكتاب الله عز وجل وأنا بين أظهرهم حتى قام رجل فقال: يا رسول الله ألا أقتله؟ رواه النسائي. So Mahmoud ibn Labid radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was informed about a man who divorced his wife 3 talaqs at one sitting. So he stood up angry and he said, that, "Are you playing with the book of Allah whilst I'm amongst you?" Until a man stood up, he said, "O Messenger of Allah, should I not kill you?"
So, yeah, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this ayat at-talaq marratan, that the talaq is of 2 types. And then at the end of the ayat it says, وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا آيَاتِ اللَّهِ هُزُوًا. Not play with the ayat. So this verse says that when a person gives talaq, he must give talaq once, and then he must give talaq a second time, and then he must give, if still is not coming right, then you must give talaq a third time. You mustn't fire all 3 bullets one time. You must give talaq. First, you must give one talaq, and then if it's not coming right, and then if there's no chance of reconciliation, you give talaq a second time. So, Imam Abu Hanifa rahimullah said that it is bidah and forbidden to pronounce 3 talaqs at one go. Imam Shafi rahimullah said that twice is not forbidden, but it is contrary to the best of ways, right? And then the ulama, they some what you call whether 3 talaqs is fired at one time is considered one talaq, or is it 3 talaqs? So all 4 ai Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi, Imam Malik rahimullah, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, they all agree that 3 talaqs is 3 talaqs. There's no one talaq. 3 is 3, right? And then, yeah, why the man asked, may I kill him? Because because of that ayat, وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا آيَاتِ اللَّهِ هُزُوًا. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says that, are you making a mockery out of the deen? Are you playing with the deen? So, This is because Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam called him one who made fun of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and end of the book of the Quran, which is kufr, to make fun out of the Quran and to make fun out of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kufr. That's why the Sahabi asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, should I just kill him? Chalo.
وعن وعن مالك بلغه أن رجلا قال لعبد الله بن عباس رضي الله عنه إني كلفت امرأة تكليفا فماذا ترى عليها؟ فقال ابن عباس كلفت منك بثلاث وسبع وتسعون اتفقت بها آيات الله هي وهو في موضع سؤال أنا قريت from Malik who said he came to him that a man said to Abdullah ibn Abbas that indeed I have divorced my wife, 100 divorces. So what do you say about him? So he said, so Ibn Abbas said that she divorced from you 3 times and that 7 times you have taken the book of Allah.
Yes, you have made a joke, right? The same ayat, they use the exact same ayat. وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا آيَاتِ اللَّهِ هُزُوًا. Do not make a fool out of the signs. Now don't say you give, there's no 100 talaqs. There's only 3 talaqs. So 3 talaqs will fall and the rest will be all love. It will be fun and jokes.
وعن معاذ بن جبل رضي الله عنه قال لي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يا معاذ ما خلق الله شيئا على وجه الأرض أحب إليه من الأعطاف ولا خلق الله شيئا على وجه الأرض أبغض إليه من الطلاق رواه الدارقطني. So Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to me, O Mu'adh, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created anything on the face of the earth more beloved to me than the thing of faith. And He has not created anything on the face of this earth which is most hateful to me except Allah.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most pleased with a person when he sets a slave free. Why? Because it is a birthright of a person that he must be free from being a slave, from bondage, that he must be a slave for the rest of his life. So when you setting him free, you are giving him something of his birthright. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that action, right? And then at the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like the talaq. The divorce in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sight is something that is halal, but it's not something that needs to be played with. No, don't give talaq for fun. Some people play around, they just get married for fun and they give talaq. You're going to get married for this period, and then that is where it comes about where the talaq is now being played with, right? And some people, they just give talaq to satisfy their own egos. Imam Ibn Humam rahimullah said that in some cases it is mustahab to divorce one's wife. And for example, if the wife is disobedient or she's an indecent woman, a person is a pious person and he is a very decent person and his wife is indecent and she doesn't perform salah, then there's no kufu. Then it will be mustahab for him to change his wife, divorce the wife. And that is when it is mustahab. Qadi Khan, in the fatwa of Qadi Khan, he also says that if a lady does not perform salah, then she deserves to be divorced. She deserves to be divorced if she doesn't perform.
وعن معاذ
Isn't that the end of the